Glow up. We've all heard it before. It's mental, physical, and emotional transformation for the better. We all strive to become better, but sometimes it's our own mind that is in the way of getting there. So how do we start? Simple, but not easy. By taking the first step. It doesn't have to be huge. Even washing up your dishes after you cooked is a first step if that's important to you. And that is something that you usually procrastinate. Because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So I always try to focus on the small things as well as the big things. That's how we make it a habit. And it will be so much easier to show up for the bigger things, like going to the gym or meal prep. We are taught so much in school about history, biology, literature, but these will not help us achieve our goals or stay consistent. Like, how do I cope with failure? How do I cultivate happiness? How do I set goals? How do I not give up when I have every excuse to do so? This society has a plan for you even before you were born. Go to school, get good grades to get into a decent university, and then hope you'll get a job. But it's not always the answer. We wake up, rush to work, we are there 9 to 5, then rest and repeat. We escape life in the weekends and in our free time by watching movies, scrolling and drinking, instead of building the life we would actually be excited to wake up to. Maybe you have not heard this before, so let me tell you. You have infinite potential. The only difference between those who achieve their goals and those whose goal remain a dream is not giving up. You only fail once you give up. What if you would do it for the journey instead of the results? Let go of the outcome. Whatever meant to be will be. Try to enjoy the journey because at the end of the day, life is the journey. We might get what we want along the way, but working for it is already the success. The not giving up. The showing up even when we don't feel like it. That's success. Ask yourself, where could I be in 6 months? Who do I need to become to achieve that? You need to act like her before you actually become her. You need to have her habits, her mindset, her consistency to become her. But who is her? Your future self. Get it?
Seem like your body don't know how to hold you. So maybe I can instead.
The one who is completely relying on you today. Her reality is created by you. She's counting on you. Do not give up on her. Her life is up to you. You can either change it or not change it, but time will pass anyway. Question is, will you invest it or will you waste it? Yes, for some people it comes easier. For some it's easier to lose weight, gain muscle, have good grades, or wake up early. But it doesn't mean that you cannot do it. Maybe it will take longer. Maybe it will require a whole bunch of effort. There will be days when you will want to give up. But you need to keep going for her. Don't get caught up in what others achieve. Sometimes that grass is greener because it's fake. But whether it's real or fake, it distracts you from watering your own grass and planting your own seeds. You are the main character of your life. The crowd is cheering for you. They want you to succeed. So stop comparing. I also don't want you to think that I have my life together, because that couldn't be further from the truth. I feel lost sometimes, and I also feel like not going to the gym almost every day. But I am showing up for myself and for her. This video is just as much as for me as it is for you. We usually are so good at keeping promises to others, to show up for others, to submit something if there is a deadline. But usually, we don't keep our promises to ourselves. We would rather let ourselves down than other people. But you are the most important person in your life, so you need to fill your cup before you serve anyone else. So you need to keep your promises, and it has to be more important than promises to others. It's not selfish. It's necessary to become the best version of you, and that best version of you will be serving the world so much better. So, do you need to start over? Do you need a plan? Do you need to make changes in your life? Do it. I know, day 1 is so far away from day 182, but time will pass anyway. You'll never regret a day when you showed up, but you will regret it when you don't. We don't realize the amount of power we have in our hands right now because we are busy carrying the past and worrying about the future. Put them down. They are heavy. Make space for the present moment because right now you can start and continue whatever the hell you want. Do not focus on all the steps you need to make. It would be so overwhelming. When you eat a sandwich, you're not thinking about all the bites you have to have in order to eat this sandwich. You think about the next bite. So do the same in your life. Figure out the next step that will bring you closer to your goals and act. I do not have it all figured out, but I'm trying every day to live up to my own full potential because I know I want to make this world better. And if I am not becoming better, I will never achieve that. There are days when I do not show up as my best version of myself. There are days when I think I am giving up and when I just don't have the mental capacity to go on. But it's okay. We need time sometimes and we have to honor that. But you have to keep trying, even when we don't see results right away. As Napoleon Hill says, have faith. Faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power and action to the impulse of thought. A year from now, you can be in a completely different place. With a completely different body, relationships, mindset, home, and bank account. You're not getting younger, so do not waste another day finding excuses. We are so good at coming up with every possible reason why not to go to the gym or why sleeping in is the best idea. But when you hear these excuses popping up, think of them as dog barking. Just tell your mind, stop. Just don't listen. Do the opposite of what they say. Results will come eventually if you stay consistent, if you invest your time in the right things, habits, and people. But feeling better will come at the moment when you start. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't say you always have to go. Rest is essential for success. But when you do take time to rest, do it properly. Ask yourself, is it actually recharging me or am I just bored? There's a huge difference between meeting your best friend for coffee and speak your heart out or scrolling at social media and becoming anxious. Both of them could be considered as resting, but one is filling your cup, the other is draining. Get very clear on the person who you need to be in order to become the best version of you. What is that version of you looks like who achieved all the goals you ever wanted? When does she wake up? What are her habits? Does she work out? Does she meditate? Does she eat healthy? Does she listen to her excuses? Is she stopping herself from taking action because she's afraid of what other people think or because she's afraid of failure? Write it down, then show up as her until you truly become her. But make sure you start today.